Hey, I'm Brad Hutchings. I want to show you how I use OpenClaw to get the weather. And we're going to do some cool things, and we're going to work on setting up an automation for getting the weather for my town. All right, let me go small camera, and let me show you a web browser here. You'll see I'm down here so that when I look to my left, it looks like I'm looking at the screen, and the picture behind me here is flipped horizontally from the large camera. See how that works? All right. So anyway, just so you can see, so it kind of makes sense. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new session in OpenClaw. So I'll start that. I put the little camera here, well, right here, so that you guys could see me working here. So I'm ready. What are you working on today? So I'm going to tell OpenClaw I want to teach you a skill. I want to teach you. I wouldn't call it a skill. I would call you a. I would call it teach you a. I want to teach you something. How to check the weather for my hometown. Okay, and that is Minden, Nevada. All right, so I'm just going to tell it here, and hopefully it's going to tell me. Got it. I'll remember to check the weather in Minden, Nevada going forward. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just pay attention to how I show you how to check the weather. All right, let's see if we can get it to like just listen here. Understood. I'm ready to learn how you like me to check. Okay. So first thing, let's try this. Can you use the weather skill to check the weather in Minden, Nevada, and report it to me here? So let's see if it'll use the weather skill. Sometimes it won't do that. We'll see what it does. Oh, well, how about this time? This time it does look like it's checking the skill. Hey, that's great. Okay. And then it's gonna call something. Yeah, it's calling to check the weather. And so 57 degrees, feels 4 miles an hour wind, 26% humidity, 0 in precipitation. Use curl this with format flags for a concise summary. That's the pattern for checking anywhere. Okay, so it seemed to do that really well. So over here I have the help for wttr.in, which you use. So I'm going to copy this URL, and I'm going to say I'm going to tell it here, the help for wttr.in is at this. Can you come up with a URL for getting my weather that includes a 3-day forecast and displays full ASCII art. And let me show you what the ASCII art looks like here. So if I do wttr.in/Minden, Nevada, this is sort of what it should look like. Actually, this is exactly what it should look like, is like that. So, so that's what I really want. So I want it to do that. So let's see if we can get it to give us the URL. Let me show you a couple things while it's working here. Number one, I've got a monitor open. It just shows me CPU use, RAM use, and GPU use of my OpenClaw appliance, which is a Mac Mini. Notice I've got 2 cables plugged into it, power and Ethernet. I don't have a display on it. I also don't have a keyboard or mouse on it. We do this as an appliance. It's headless. It's all remote. I make those, by the way. Send me your Mac Mini, and for $250, I'll turn it into this so you can use OpenClaw on it. And you wouldn't use it for anything else. That's what you'd use it for. It'd be a safe way to deal with your data and a safe way to deal with automation. So let's go to the next tab here while it's working. This is Mmojo's server, the LLM server, and it's telling me its progress. Okay, well, also it just it just came up with an answer. Let's go back to the answer and see what's going on here. So the default already shows the multi-day forecast with ASCII art weather symbols. If you want pure ASCII without the color, I don't want pure ASCII without the color. I would just like, well, that's all right, without the color. No, I don't want you to use the pattern going forward, or do I want something more specific? Let's just say that URL is fine. Okay, now I'd like you to create a file in the actions folder called check weatherminden.md. So that's a markdown file. You'll learn a lot about these. Called that, which instructs you to check that URL and put the result in a file in the reports folder called weatherminden MD. So I'm going to give it that instruction. Let's go over here to the OpenClaw folder, and you can see I'm in the workspace directory here. It's got an actions folder and it's got a reports folder. And if I list actions right now, oh, look at this. There is something in there, 1306. Okay, so this was from a previous run. I forgot to clear this out, but it's going to change this up on me. Let's go back here. Not sure what it's up to. It's going to write a file. Okay, so it created this. So let me do this. Show me the contents of that file. And it was called check weatherminden MD file. Let's see what he gave us here. I want to see the actual contents of those so I can see the instructions that it wrote. I'm not just going to take its word. Fetch the weather data. Okay, and then it's going to save the report. Well, that's kind of weird. No, I don't want to do that. Let's go back here and let's actually look at what happened here. Cat actions check weatherminden. So fetch weather data and save report steps. One, fetch the weather data. Okay, we saved it to temp. Then save the report. That's kind of goofed up because it checks it twice. So so you know what I'm going to do is this is a good question here, isn't it? I don't really want the date on this. Should I have it try to change that? Step 1 is not needed. We'll just tell it that. Hey, it's not needed. Please remove it from that file. Oh, we'll just do that. We'll have it remove it here in a minute. So you can see it working. We come over here, we can see this thing generating. Okay, we're back here. Done. Remove step 1. The file now only contains a step to save the report directly. All right, show me the file. Show me the file. Thank you. You'd think, like, if it were a good assistant, it would show you the file right away, just to show you that it was doing what it was doing. Save the report. Okay. Okay, that's great. So now let's run the instructions in that file. All right, so let me go back here to OpenClaw. We're going to list the reports here first just to make sure it hasn't been run. See, check that out. There's nothing in the reports directory. So we're going to do that. Done. The weather report has been saved to here. It shows. Okay, how about that? Let's clean ASCII art, no color codes. I don't know, I kind of would have liked the color codes. That's all right. I'm not going to fight with it. Let's list our reports again. Oh, look, we've got a report. So let's cat report weather. Check it out. We've got a report, and it is clean ASCII code, and I don't hate it. And I think I'd like to get rid of the this follow thing, but I don't really care. It's fine. So let's try something. Let's try to stretch this out a little bit here. I'd like it to make me a cron job. Actually, yeah. This has problems, so I want it to. I want to see how it does. Okay. Make me a cron job to run that file at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 9 p.m. every day. Okay. Only try to make the job one time. If you get an error, stop and tell me what the error is. To run that file, to run, not that file, I want to say the instructions in that file. In that file. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. This is where things get crazy, but we're going to try to make a cron job that does this. So it'll go out and check periodically, and then we'll figure out something else to do with this at some point. So let's see what it's busy doing here. Okay, it's running the GPU full force. That's great. Let's go over here. It did parse some tokens. Okay, now it's making some instructions here. Done. Created this weather. Okay, created a cron job. Oh my goodness. Announce the results in chat. So let's go look at our cron jobs. Look at this. Run the check weather Minden action. Curl S. No. See, okay, so this is wrong. I don't want that in the prompt. I'm going to have it change this up. I don't want the curl in the prompt. I really want it to read the file and execute what's in the file. So let's go back to chat. And I'm going to say, okay. By the way, I call this thing Lexus GX because that's the car I drive. I don't like giving names to agents, really. I think that's kind of creepy. Like, he's not an assistant. I even called him he. That's stupid. I really don't like that. It feels like talking to my teddy bear when I was in 4th grade. I'm kind of beyond that because I'm an adult. That's why I'm beyond that. We don't call agents by fake names and pretend they're assistants. That's kind of dumb. So anyway, that's my editorial on that. But I want to tell him. I want to tell the Lexus here. Okay. You made the job wrong. The job should not be to curl the URL. It should be to follow the precise instructions in the file, in the actions directory. And I could probably be more specific about that. Does that make sense? And he'll go ahead and fix this. Or Lexus GX, he. My car's not a he or a she either. Okay. Ugh. I hate what we've done to you people. I hate what we've done. The tech industry is just garbage. We did this to you. It's just so bad. Updated. The cron job now reads the curl command from... Oh boy. Let's see how this works. Let's see what this looks like. I'm sure this is wrong too. No, don't grep it. Oh my goodness. See what it's doing. It's trying to find the curl command. Okay, no, that's not right either. Oh man, no, that's not right either. Okay, the cron job should read the contents of that file, then follow them like they are instructions. file might change in the future and do something totally different that I want the cron job to then do. Try again. Be encouraging at the end there. Try again. You failed. Try again. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, it's thinking here. It's going to do something. GPU is very busy. Okay, did a tool call with cron. It's probably updating that. Can't wait to see what it did. Dun dun dun. We go here and cheat. Oh no, he's getting a lot of tokens this time. He's giving me a big explanation. I wonder what this is about. Maybe I'll go look at the cron job, see what it did this time. Oh my goodness. No, now it awked something. Oh, this is so bad. Reads this, uses awk. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the instructions in the file. Don't make this complicated. By the way, if you were trying to do this with Anthropic Claude as your LLM backend, same thing. Like, it'll just mess up the same silly ways, and you would be really frustrated watching it. Now, the only way you're not going to be frustrated watching it try to do this is if you just don't check its work. If you just let it go, it'll have things probably work till it doesn't, and then you go check it. You know, how did this happen? So we're doing the how did this happen up front. And I'm showing you what goes on when you let an LLM try to automate your processes. You got to help it along a little bit. So let's see what we got here. Done. No, don't. Oh, there's no bash code block. I know. We're gonna go to this cron job, and I think we're gonna. We're just going to edit it. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to edit it. What are we going to do? No, I just want you to read the file. That's what I want you to do. Read in the file. One. We're just going to give it 1, 2. Follow the... you just read in. Okay, and we're gonna come back down here and we're gonna save these changes. One of the things we got to do is we got to check the time. So what did I say? I said 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 9 p.m. That looks right. Let's go ahead and run this right now. And if we go back to chat, now this was isolated. So if I hit this and then I come up here and I can see cron check whether Minden. It's actually doing this, okay? I think I'll follow the instructions in the file. Hey, really? That's great. Thanks. Thanks, LLM. Thanks, Quen 3.5 for paying attention. So it looks like he's trying to do that. Let's go back to debug. Read the file. I'll read the file and follow the instructions inside. And so he did not do a good job. Not at all. Let's go back here. Let's try this again. Read the file. 2. Follow the instructions you just read in. How is this difficult? I don't know how this is difficult. Instructions in the file. in the file. Okay, because the file should say, we're going to go look at this, I guess. Save the changes. Let's go back here to OpenClaw. Let me do cat actions. What's it say? It says steps, save the report. Okay, expected notes. That should be good. So let's try running this again. What was the error here, by the way? Run history. Channel is required. See delivery channel. Oh, okay. Well, that's still messed up. This is, yeah, anyway. You can see my frustration with automating with this thing, but, you know, you're going to get this anyway, so I think I just like to do no result delivery. It's supposed to save that to the file. We're going to run this isolated. We don't have a timeout. Let's go ahead and save that. We're going to run this again and see what happens here. Let me go back to chat. Okay, we're back in this check weather. I'll read the instructions and read the file and follow the instructions. Okay, are you doing it? Let's see, that was at 142. That's right now. It's not doing anything. It's done. Cat. Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm just going to call it quits there, and maybe we'll have a better luck next time. But this is kind of what I do. Goodbye.